Hey folks, Philly Boy J here, back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I make dirty rice. I just created this recipe about a year ago. It's really good. So I want you guys to give it a shot. The full recipe can be found on my website, PhillyJCook.com. There you can find the full list of ingredients, all the detailed instructions, and any additional information you need to know regarding this recipe. Now, they refer to it as dirty rice because the white rice gets its color cooking with meat and cooking in dark ingredients like these here. And it originated down south way back in the day during slavery. I think in southern Louisiana. And when slaves made it, they made it using chicken hearts, chicken gizzards, chicken liver, and pork scraps. Meat that the slave owners didn't want. But I'm not going to be using those things. We're going to be making this dirty rice using ground beef and sweet Italian sausage meat. Now, I don't have much experience with making dirty rice. I made it probably about 2 times in my whole life. I remember my grandma making it when I was young. We didn't really eat it too much growing up, but when she would make it, it was usually just to get rid of some old ground beef or ground turkey that she had sitting in the refrigerator. So she would combine the ground beef or ground turkey with rice. She probably threw in some beef broth and some vegetables and let it cook down. And I also would get it time to time as a side order from Popeyes when I would buy chicken. But other than that, no dirty rice for me. But I decided to make some for myself. I like the way it came out. It tastes really good. And so that's why I'm here now sharing this recipe with you all. So again, give it a shot. All right. All right. So the ingredients that you're going to need and that we're going to be using are beef broth. Try to find and use low sodium beef broth. And this here is a combination of beef broth and water. So it's water in here too. Okay. Make sure you get you some ground beef and sweet Italian sausage meat. You're going to need a bunch of vegetables. Make sure you chop them up. Some tomato paste, a bunch of seasonings, white rice. I kept it simple and used 10-minute success, boil you in the bag, white rice, and soy sauce and W sauce. I call it W sauce because I'm not going to make a fool of myself trying to pronounce Worcestershire or Worcestershire sauce. I just call it W sauce, okay? This is a combination of soy sauce and W sauce. So make sure you have all those ingredients. Let's move over to the stove. All right, folks. So what we're going to do first is we're going to get a medium to large side skillet, and we're going to place it over medium heat. And we're going to break it up. Break it up until it's as fine as possible. And we're just going to let it cook until it changes in color. Until it's no longer pink in color, okay? Okay, as you can see, I chopped the meat up into really small pieces. What I'm going to do now is remove all of this fat, all this oil here. All right, guys, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add in the seasonings. And the chopped vegetables. And we're going to give this a nice stir. And we're going to let this go for about 5 minutes. Toss everything around. So we don't gotta wait to add these ingredients. Add them now. Continue to stir everything. I'm going to try to cook it on medium low. Add in the rice. And then we're going to pour in the broth and the water. And we're going to give this a nice stir. Don't stir it too much. All right, so I'm going to cover this with a lid, leaving a little crack on the side. And I'll get back with you guys once it's almost done. Later. Look at that. That's dirty rice right there. The rice is tender. You don't want it to be too soft and mushy, because people will complain about that. You got to find that right balance of firm but tender. I like it just like this. I think that took close to 30 minutes, about 25 minutes. Look at that, look at that. I know y'all want a close up. I'm just trying to dry it out a little bit, because I don't want the rice to be wet. Some people like it with like a little gravy, I guess you would call it. But traditionally, people eat their rice, or like it rather, on the dry side. All right. All right, y'all, so this is how it's looking. Here is our dirty rice. And this is what I call like a all-in-one meal, because you got your veggies, your meat, and your starch. Look at that there. Let me give it a taste. Let me get some of them onions and peppers up in there. I got some jalapenos in here, some celery. Yuck. Yuck. Again, guys, for the full recipe, visit PhillyJCook.com. The recipe is printable, free, at no cost to you. Y'all gonna love this. Y'all gonna love this one.